Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be going over this Databricks AI review. This video is going to be useful for individuals who are deciding whether or not to use Databricks AI for their machine learning and data science projects. So I've been using Databricks AI for about a year now, and I must say that it's definitely one of the most comprehensive AI platforms out there. But here are some things that you should be aware about. Now let's start off with the pros. With Databricks AI, you do get a unified platform that handles everything from data engineering to machine learning model deployment. Plus, their collaborative notebooks are really powerful, and you can work with multiple programming languages like Python, R, Scala. But the downside is that it's incredibly complex and expensive, and you really need a team of data scientists to get the most value out of it. Now, the biggest cons of Databricks AI, though, is that although the platform is feature rich, you do have to deal with a really steep learning curve. And what I mean by that is that there are so many different components and services that it can take months to understand how everything fits together, okay? So some weeks I feel like I'm making great progress with my machine learning models. Other weeks I spend entire days just trying to figure out how to configure one feature properly. With Databricks AI, I think the most complex model I've deployed handled like millions of data points, but I've also had simple projects that took way longer than expected because of the platform complexity. Other things with Databricks AI that I didn't like or don't like currently is that their pricing model is kind of confusing and with different compute types and usage charges. And sometimes the platform can be slow to spin up clusters, which wastes your time when you're trying to iterate quickly. And unlike simpler ML platforms, where you can just upload data and train models, Databricks requires you to understand distributed computing concepts. Now with Databricks AI though, one thing to keep in mind is that you do have to take into account not just their platform costs, but also the significant infrastructure and personnel costs, okay? So while the technology is cutting edge, you're looking at potentially tens of thousands of dollars per month when you factor in compute costs and the data science talent needed to run it. Now with Databricks AI, there can be some serious cost overruns if you don't monitor your cluster usage carefully. So my recommendation is that you set up strict cost controls and automatic cluster termination policies. For me, for example, I learned to always set maximum runtime limits on my clusters after getting hit with some unexpected bills. Now here are my 3 tips for people who want to try out Databricks AI. First tip is to make sure you have serious machine learning use cases and budgets before committing, because this isn't a platform for casual data analysis. I started with their community edition to learn the basics before moving to the paid platform, and even then the learning curve was still pretty steep. Second tip is invest heavily in training and certification for your team, because Databricks has its own way of doing things, and you'll need people who really understand the platform. I probably spent around like 3 months just learning the fundamentals, and I'm still discovering new features. Third tip is start with their managed ML flow and auto ML features, because before trying to build custom solutions, because they can save you tons of development time. I made the mistake of trying to build everything from scratch initially when their pre-built tools would have worked fine. My rule is that if you're not working with at least petabytes of data, or complex ML pipelines, Databricks is definitely overkill. But with Databricks AI though, I'd say that it's been an incredibly powerful tool. And when you have the right use case and expertise, the ability to scale machine learning workloads is unmatched. Their support is good, but you'll definitely need it frequently while learning the platform. So with that being said, if you're considering Databricks AI, I'd say just try it out. You won't know until you try it out, but make sure you have the budget, technical expertise, and serious ML requirements to justify the investment. But I hope you found this video helpful, guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, and do check out the link in the description for a sign up link to Databricks AI.